All right, back with another one. We got Kang Apollo in the cut. All right,
You're
so today we talking about some songwriting tips, and recently I reacted to a video and they were talking about how like sometimes you start like with a title, stuff like that. And the reason I'm doing this video now is because of that video. It sparked it. Like so, a lot of times, back in the day, from time to time now, we may both still do it, but there was a time where like me and him, when we made a project, we would like get every song title like first, and then when we listening to beats and stuff, we'll try to like figure out like what title goes with the beat. You know what I mean? So based on us doing that back then, like I want you to kind of like explain how like that helped you like when it came to writing a song, and like how it helps you like in the grand scheme of like putting together a project.
well, the main thing is it gave it direction. Like for me, it helped me because sometimes I blindly write, and it ain't always good to blindly write. So when we would come up with the titles of the project or the titles of the song, it gave you pretty much a substance where to write from, how to pick beats, um, what feeling to give just off of those titles. So me, it just helped a lot, and it's something I actually need to get back to.
Yeah. So it definitely give direction, and for me, I ain't gonna lie, like it fast tracked like making a project. Cause
Yeah,
it's like
it does help to make it
like bro,
faster.
it took like the guessing out of it. It was damn near like a checklist. Like I got this
Right.
song, I got that one, I got that one. Okay, I just need this one, I need this one, I need this one. So it was like fast tracking, like making a project. I felt like whenever I did the track list first, like I could damn near get the project done within like a month. Like,
Yeah.
cause I already know what I needed, and now I'm just like trying to find the right vibe. So, all right, so like outside of us doing that, what's some other like writing tips that you find yourself kind of like going back to like often when you write?
Um. Actually, it's a tip that you gave me when I would ask you, when it comes from like hooks or anything. This writing period, you told me go with the first thing that comes to your mind because a lot of times we start to overthink when we start writing. So a lot of times now I'm finding myself just like, all right, whatever come off the mind, off the top of the dome, just write it, and everything else to figure itself out. And when it comes to hooks, my hooks are, I ain't gonna say they not where they are. I want them to be. I'm gonna say that, but they help a lot when I don't overthink and just being able to just come off the top of the dome, mumble a couple words, and it come out. That has helped me a lot.
Yeah. So, damn, that's definitely going with like the first thing. That's really like my recipe to like my music for real, for real. So like I know like a lot of times y'all niggas be like, "Hey, what was you thinking about?" Like what? Like bro, it was like literally like the first thing that popped in my head, and then like once it pops in my head, I go from like, okay, what can it go from like, all right, that's first thing pop in my head, and then I'm instantly like, okay, where do I go from there? Like, how do I build around that idea? Like, and that's usually where I go from there, which is it's crazy, but it helps me like keep moving instead of like sitting there like thinking. It's like even if I get to a point where I'm like I don't really like it, it's like at least I acted on that first idea, because
Right.
then along the way I might say something else that ultimately changed the path of I was, change the direction I was going in. But if I didn't just jump out in the first place, I would have never got to the point of like being like, you know what, I'm gonna switch this. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
that's definitely dope. So another thing in this, I watched another video and they were talking about like setup lines, right? Which I never really dove too deep into like setup lines, but it's like watching this video, it kind of like it clicked in my mind like having a setup line is like great fucking writing. Now, what a setup line is like everything you rapping about, leads up to this one line, right? To this one point. It's kind of like the climax, right? So it's
Right.
like, say like you have a verse. I'm trying to give an example. Like the great example I use is because I did the video recently. Was like when Ed Sheeran and Benny Blanco made the "Love Yourself" song, right? So
Mm.
like the whole verse, he's talking about like realizing like all the stuff the girl did, or like how his mom didn't like her and how she acted with his friends, and it all this shit leads to the hook.
Right.
Like that's the setup. So I feel like that's something else that people like should implement into like writing, is like understanding like the storyline of like what you're writing about. So another thing, right? So when you write, when you have an idea, do you try to write from beginning to end, or is it just kind of all over the place?
Most of the time it's from beginning to end. Sometimes it is all over the place. Both could work, but a lot of times I try to start from beginning to end.
All right. Have you ever thought about writing from the
End to
end to the
beginning.
beginning?
I haven't.
All right. See, look, so I'm doing these. I'm reacting. I'm looking, and I'm like, damn, that kind of like opened my mind up. So like, just think about it like this, right?
Mm.
You ever hear a beat and you get like inspired, and then you write that first verse, right? And you might even get a hook, and then, but in that moment, you felt that beat so much that like to you, that first verse and hook is damn near perfect, right?
Right.
So now you in a place where you like, damn, I gotta write a second verse, right?
Mhm.
But in that first verse, you might feel like, bro, this is like everything I could have wanted to say, or everything I wanted the song to be about. Like I kind of already said it in this one verse.
Mm.
So this is what I'm picking up right now. What if you move that first verse you wrote to the second verse, right? And then now you take that first verse and you let that first verse be the build up to the second verse, and let the second verse be the closer to the song, instead of trying to follow up the verse that you already feel is damn near perfect.
Mm.
You don't follow it up, you let it follow up the first verse, instead of, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it
I'm
actually makes sense though.
exactly, so like I'm going through all these like different songwriting videos, like taking different tips from different people, and I'm just, it's just opening up my mind to like different formats of writing. And another thing I want to get your take on while we here is like, I seen, have you seen the clip Boss Man D'Lo, and he talking about how he make his songs like they all like a minute 30 seconds,
Yeah, I've seen a little bit. I ain't seen the whole thing.
right? So basically he like, bro, he make his song short, obviously because people's attention span now,
Sure.
and he like, they like, yo, by the time you really get into the song is over, and then you either gonna run it back if you rock with it, or you just gonna keep going. But what happens, the reason why people doing this is like, it avoids the song being skipped, because by the time they
Yeah,
want to skip it,
it's already over.
it's already over. So I'm
Yeah.
just thinking about it. I'm like, damn, that shit kind of smart, because then it pushes your song in the algorithm more, because it's like, well, people listen to the whole thing, whether they liked it or not. Most likely they listen to the whole thing because it's so short. You know
Right.
what I mean? So my thing is, how do you take the formula of now and apply it to like what we do? Like our songs, I don't have a song that's a minute or a minute 30. Like, bro, my songs are at least 2 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think I have a minute song either.
And it was interesting because, you know, Rue just re-released the song first, right?
Yeah.
And I was listening to it yesterday, and I realized, bro, the song was like a minute and 15 seconds.
Hey.
I didn't even realize it though. Like I rock with the song, and it kind of it. I understand why it worked in that moment, because I kept listening to the shit over and over because the shit was so short. Like it
Yeah.
go off, and I just be like, "Hey, run that shit back, run that shit back." And it's like, bro, the shit is only like a minute and 16. So what I was thinking, I'm like, damn, I kind of want to apply some of these techniques to what I'm doing now. I ain't put the video out yet, but I was like, damn, maybe I should do a whole EP with nothing but like songs that's like a minute long, just to see
I've been
like,
thinking about that too, bro. I've
just
been
to
thinking
like,
about it.
just to test the water. Feel me
Right.
like let's see like what how that will work. But also I was thinking right, I was looking at Wheel Still Spinning and I'm looking at First of the Month. Both of those is like the most two recent songs I put out. Wheel Still Spinning, within the first 10 seconds, I start rapping. First of the Month, I don't start rapping until 15 seconds in, right? Now, the first 10 seconds is kind of like most important for a listener. They get skipped within the first 10 seconds of a song. So it's
Right.
like, you know how we used to always be like, damn, that nigga, the baby don't give, like, he don't get us the beat, no, not a chance. Like, soon as the beat start, that nigga rapping,
Right.
it's like, bro, that shit, I don't know if he intentionally did that, but there's a method to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's a reason why the nigga is a reason why it worked. I don't know if he knew. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. Maybe that's just how he wanted to do his shit. But it's like starting your song like straight into the hook or straight into a verse. I feel like it's gonna yield better results than like the build up. Like people don't care about the build up no more.
Yeah.
It's kind of like taken away. So looking at Wheel Still Spinning, like it's doing really good, and like people are listening to that shit over and over. Like I said, I'm not even promoting it no more, and it still average between 30 to 50 plays a day. It's shit over 2K. I think it's over 2,100 streams now, right? Going crazy. First of the month is it's doing alright. I just it's over like 100 and it's pushing probably like 200 streams now. It's doing okay, but just thinking, I'm like, it might be that 5 second difference. Like I started rapping 10 seconds in, the wheel still spinning. I didn't start rapping to 15 seconds. A lot of people might not make it to that 15-second mark. They might be like, damn, this shit taking too long to start, and they might just
Right.
move. They might just move on. So, like, how do you think you can apply the fact that we don't really have time to let shit build? Like,
Um. Yeah. I think with us, because we kind of talked about it before, is always like start with the verse, obviously first instead of the hook. But just make the verses a little shorter. Like make out because well, I know for me, you know me, I write a book and I've gotten out of the habit. But when we write, try to keep what we saying to a minimum, but fit it all in that
yeah.
verse.
So I low key adapted to it a long time ago. Like I don't know if niggas realize, but like when I make beats now, I don't. The verses are usually only 12 bars. Like
Mhm.
I rarely do a 16. Like cause like niggas just don't care to hear that much rapping no more. Which sound crazy because it's like nigga, it's a rap song, but
Yeah.
niggas just don't care to hear that much rapping anymore. But it's like to think that I cut basically 8 bars off of every song already because I took 4 off the first verse and 4 off the second. So the
Mhm.
song is already 8 bars shorter. And then to think niggas don't even want the second verse no more. They just want hook.
They want that one
They
verse.
want hook, verse, hook, and you can literally just end the song right there. Which, like we were just talking about, it might work though, especially if you write that one verse and you like this verse damn near perfect. And then what if you just run the hook back and you end the song? Then it's like niggas just gonna listen to that shit on loop, on repeat.
Yeah.
So these like songwriting tips is kind of it's interesting, but it's like also you don't want like the times and like the formulas that everybody using now to kind of sabotage like your creative process. Like I don't want
Yeah.
to sit down and make music and be like, I got this great song and then be like, damn, it's too long. I can't put this shit out. It's too long. It's
No.
like, nah, if I make a great song and I like it, no matter how long or short it is, I'm gonna put it out if I like it. You know what I mean? So I just feel like it's dope. But yeah, I wanted to do this video because, like I said, how we used to always like write the titles first, and I haven't did that in a long time, but it was very effective. Like
It was.
I felt like I made my first great body of work because of that formula.
Yeah,
Like
me too.
even down to like okay, so I could run down the list. I think I did it with By Any Means Necessary, the first one. Uh, I don't think I did it with the second one. I might have. I did it with Learn to Live for sure. Um, and at that point, Learn to Live, I feel like that was at that point that was like my best project to me. Like that, it was definitely like a step forward for me. With Learn to Love, I'm pretty sure it was probably like half and half. Like I had a list, and then I also had songs that I just made. And Learn to Love, I took a long time to like put that project together. Like I said, usually with the list, I could make a project in like a month. But I felt like sometimes I would like listen to a project later, and I would think of more shit I could have did with it. And I'm like, damn, if only I would have sat with it for a little bit longer, I would have made these changes. But I put it out so fast, I didn't even give myself a chance to change anything. That's like the
Right.
music I'm sitting on now. Like I have songs that's done, but when I listen, I hear something I can add that I want to go back and do. And it's like the fact that it's not out yet, I can go back and do that. You know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
not moving too fast, giving yourself a chance to like make changes. I feel like that's also like something when it comes to writing music that can help like just live with something for a little bit. I'm not saying hold your shit for ever. Like
Yeah.
you feel
Don't do
me?
the detox.
Yeah, don't hold on to it forever, but just living with it for a little bit. You know what I mean? Just listen to it. Like I got, I got like me. I got a lot of shit unreleased right now that I just listen to, and then I just be like in my mind, like, damn, I can add something here, or damn, I don't really like how that sound. I should change that. Like, and I realized when I was making projects fast, sometimes there will be shit in there that I regret. Like, damn, I wish I didn't say that or did that like
Could have
that.
changed that up.
Yeah, I could have did that different. So, like, has there ever been something that you heard later and you like, damn, I wish I didn't do that?
You gonna be honest? I felt like From the South with Love, it was a couple songs that I really wish either I wouldn't have put on there or I would have took more time with, because I personally don't. I can't even listen to the songs when I listen to the project anymore. Like I skip over them, and it's my music.
Damn,
You
that's
know what I'm
that's
saying?
interesting. So what's the song on that project you be like, uh
Hold on, I gotta go.
look at
Cause
yeah.
I know the song, I forgot the names, and that's bad because it's my project. But Lord knows, and the 90 no, it's three songs. Lord knows, so I've got something to say, and 95 Explore freestyle.
You don't like 95 Explorer?
Yeah, listening back to it, it's just like it's me. Honestly, bro, it's me being hard on myself because I feel like I could have did that a whole lot better, and that's just me.
Yeah. I thought that shit was type hard though. I ain't gonna lie. I,
And like I said, when I first did, I was like, bro, it's hard, but listening back, because honestly, to be honest and real, I was trying to sound like Gucci.
yeah, I kind of thought that was like the whole concept of the song though.
It was
That's
like that.
why that's why it worked to me. I was like, oh, this shit kind of hard. Like the whole idea. I thought that was literally the whole like concept behind it. Like I'm be on like some Gucci shit. You know what I mean?
And honestly, bro, when I came up with 95 Explore freestyle, it literally, I think you made the beat, and I just started like freestyling. I was like, all right, some reason it sounded like Gucci, and I wrote from like a Gucci perspective,
Yeah,
but it was my words. But it's just like I said, it's me being hard on myself. It's not a horrible song.
got you.
I guess also listening to it so many times, you start to kind of not like it.
I get that though. Like at some point you start to like critique yourself. Like
Yeah.
cause like it be songs that y'all like of mine, and I'll just be like, I don't really like that song like
But
that.
see,
But
with you, I'm gonna say with you, and this is why I'm trying to get out of the habit of with you. Any song you do, whether you like it or not, you know that you went your hardest on that song. It's songs like Lord Knows, 95 Floor Freestyle. I felt like I could have done a whole lot better. I felt like me personally, like my rapping ability wasn't shown truly on those songs, if that makes sense.
yeah, I got you. I'm gonna have to goddamn touch up on. You said Lord knows 95 Explorer, and what was the other one?
Um, Sal got something to say.
Ah, I like that one.
Like this,
I
Sal
can't. I
got
can't.
something to say.
I'm trying to touch up. I'm trying to remember what Lord knows sound like. Hold up. That's the only one that I can't really hear it when you say the name. The other
People
two.
crazy. People love that song, bro.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Ah, shit. Lord knows I've been dealing with this pain. Lord knows I just wanna make a change. Nah. See, all right. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with this project. This I feel like this project was like sequenced like perfectly. Like I feel like you might be like, damn, like I probably would have changed some shit or I would have took some shit off. But me listening, like I literally will listen to that project from beginning to end. Like and it's probably like I always tell you, it's like my at this moment, that's probably like my favorite project from you. Like it just, bro, I feel like it was just executed. Like everything just came together like it was supposed to. Like from
Yeah,
like
it
lyrics,
was.
production, ideas. Like I feel like that shit just came together. Like I'm pretty sure you put out. I'm pretty sure you put out From the South with Love. When did that shit come out?
21.
Yeah.
Because we all kind of dropped back to back. It was, I think, Shaq, me, and you.
Yeah.
I dropped it in, I think,
So you dropped before
June.
Learn to Love.
Yeah.
See, yeah, wait. It came out July 9th, 2021. So yeah, like the way that project sounded, it was you and I'm not sure what Jay dropped around that time. But I know it was two projects that I was like when y'all niggas dropped and I listened and I heard like the quality and like how this shit came together, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta make sure my shit right. Like like that's just how good it sound to me. I was just like,
Mm.
oh yeah, I gotta make sure my shit right. I can't be half stepping. Like I gotta make sure
Bro,
my shit is put together right because these niggas not playing like it, bro. Like that's really how I feel about that project. Like that shit crazy. It's get crazy. Like
and you want to be honest? I feel like I'm chasing the dragon now.
what you mean? Like trying to get back to that?
Yeah. I, like musically, now get me wrong, I've gotten better since that project. But to get back into that mode of dropping a project like that, like here lately, I've written out like my next project I'm trying to work on is keep going and only get better. I want to make that project top tier. But here lately, trying to find beats and then sometimes lyrics don't match.
Yeah. Oh shit, what happened? I don't know what happened. We
Yeah, I
back.
don't,
We back though. Go ahead. Go ahead.
but nah, just trying to get back to that. Like how I dropped that project. That project, honestly, that project came out after a breakup, and I don't know what mode I was in, and like that project. Remember that project got done in like 3 months, bro.
Yeah.
I just want to get back to that,
No.
and
Well, I don't think people. But I kind of told this story in the video probably I don't know probably a month ago, a couple weeks ago, because I've been doing a lot of this producer content recently. But it's like sometimes you just get in that zone. I was telling like in the video, that video might not even be out yet. But nigga, that project, bro, I made damn near all those beats in one night, unless I'm tripping. I could have swear you
um,
came over and we just sat there.
most of them, yeah, most of them, yeah,
Like we sat there one night and made like
yeah, bro.
probably like 5, 6, 7 beats like back to back to back to back. We were just cranking them shits out, and then like while I was making the beats, you would like write down like the idea, or like you'll be freestyling while I'm making the beat, and then be like, okay, this shit gonna be about this, and then we'll like move on, and you'll be like, oh, this one sound like this, and I remember the process of like really putting that shit together. Like we was still at my mom's crib, we was in the living
Yep.
room, like that shit was crazy. So that shit is dope, but I feel like moving forward, right? Because I kind of I felt the pressure of learning to love a little bit. Cause like my goal when I did learn to love, I was like, I want to make a project with no skips. So then when I put it out, and then niggas was like, damn, this shit got no skips. I'm like, oh shit, like mission accomplished, nigga. Like, cause
Right.
only people that I told I was trying to do that was y'all.
Right.
Like that shit was like I never publicly came out like I'm finna put some shit out with no skips. Like within our group chat, I'm like, nigga, I'm trying to make sure this shit got no skips. So then when I put it out and then somebody randomly like, this shit ain't got no skips on it, I'm like, nigga, mission accomplished. So now, just think that was 2021. I haven't dropped a solo project since.
Dang. Neither one of
Yeah.
us. That's crazy,
See,
bro.
look, just think about it. Like I haven't dropped a solo project since because in my mind I'm like, I gotta do better than that. But that shit had no skips, nigga. That's hard. You basically
Yeah.
gotta do.
Yeah.
You gotta do no skips again. Like,
Bro.
you know what I
That
mean?
is hard, bro.
So I understand what you're saying, but I feel like at a certain point, right? Like I just feel like I've gotten so much better between then and now that is like whatever I put together now, I'm blowing that shit out of the water easily. So I feel like you really just gotta get in that mindset to like, there's no way I can't outdo that shit.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of where I am now. It's like, bro, yes, that shit has that project, like From the South with Love or Learn to Love, whatever project we talking about. Yeah, it is great music on there. Great music on there. But can you outdo that now? For sure. If you could do
Yeah.
that then, you definitely could do better now. You feel me? Like,
Thanks.
so just think about that when you making like when you writing and shit. It's like don't even try to compare shit to that project. Like just let that project live in its own moment. Like that's a moment for you. You feel me?
Mhm.
Like we not even trying to recreate the moment. Honestly, we trying to create a new moment.
Right.
You feel me? So like it'll be rare for you to drop and then niggas will be like, niggas not even gonna compare this project to that one. You know what I mean?
No,
It's like
they not.
I don't think we're at that level yet to where people start to compare our new work to our last work. See what I'm saying? Only we
Yeah.
do that. Like we do that amongst ourselves. We compare the shit we dropping now to the shit we dropped, last time. Like, but people listening, they like I now I think about it, I've never heard nobody compare like Learn to Love to Learn to Live or like
Mm.
By Any Means Necessary 2.0 to By Any Means Necessary the first one. Like no one no one even compares. No one cares, bro. It's just like, bro, just put out the best music you can right now. Like that's just my
Right.
advice to you. Like just put out the best music you can right now. And the one thing I want to see you do, and this I feel like this just be like the next level. Like, bro, just experiment with like your word
Flows.
the
Yeah.
patterns, the word flow, like your patterns or how you like just play with that shit a little more. Like do some shit like use a flow that nigga we would never see coming. Like you start rapping and we like, wait up, what the you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just do some different shit. Like that's the I feel like it literally if you do that one thing and you still include like the the feeling and the emotion and the intent with your lyrics that you had on From the South with Love,
Mm.
there's no way you don't out blow it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like okay, I'm gonna do that again, but now I'm adding more elements because you know what I mean. Like just I feel like you're gonna be good.
But well, I'm gonna definitely getting to that point of stepping out with different flows because it's time to refresh.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna tell you this also, bro. And we talked about it before, and I had to get to the point of also when I hear you rap, bro. Dang. When I hear you rap, bruh, I hear some shit you do, I automatically try to compare myself and like, damn, I gotta do better. But in reality, that's killing. That's killing what I got going on because one, we rap differently. Two, you had your brothers to really help you and shape you more when it comes to rap. So you years ahead. So it's like I gotta stop doing that. That's what I had to get to the point of.
Yeah, but it's kind of like how can I explain it? It's like yin and yang,
Mm.
right? Because like the whole point of like dream team or the team environment is to like push one another. You feel me? So like
Yes.
if I drop some shit and y'all like, damn that shit hard as fuck. It's supposed to make you feel like, bro, I gotta go crazy. Like I said,
Right.
like when from the South with Love, granted, I helped produce the project and shit and mix it and shit, so I knew what it sounded like. But when it actually dropped and I sat back and listened from beginning to end, and I'm like, nigga, this is a great project. In that moment, I said, damn, I gotta go crazy. Like, I gotta make sure my next shit hard because these niggas not playing. You feel me? And like,
Mm.
this nigga Jay got so many projects. I'm trying to think of one, but he got a few. He got it's that one. I can't think of the name right now though. But that nigga Jay dropped the project. I said shit. Like, and with him, the thing that got me with his project, it was like he was touching on like shit that I didn't know about that he dealt with personally. Like he had stories in songs and shit that I didn't know about. Like I'm gonna give you this great example, and I told somebody else this shit before too, but like I can't remember the song, but like me and Jay, like obviously I have JJ and I got Lear, so I got two sons, and then Jay used to always be like, damn, nigga, I wish I had a son. Like, like lucky ass nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
jokingly, right? And then this nigga drops a song, and then in that song he talks about how like he was gonna have a son, but then they had like a miscarriage or some shit.
Mm.
Some shit I didn't know. You feel me? So like him saying that, like, damn, I wish I had a son. Like it, that shit hit me a little harder in that moment listening to that song because I'm like, damn, like you could have had a son, but like yeah, I had a miscarriage. She lost a baby. Like, damn, I never knew that. Like, I just always took it as like you want a son, not knowing that you could have possibly had one already and y'all lost the baby. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so that shit just I'm like, so it'd be like shit like that, man. It's just different, bro. And I feel like that's something that people need to like take into consideration when writing music too. Like, that's always gonna be a great recipe for great music. Like when you put in your life into it, your real, honest and true feelings,
Mm.
nigga, the music it's gonna be hard for the music not to be good.
That's facts.
Cause what happens when you put in your real life into the music, somebody listening, they done been through it, or they know somebody that been through it. So now
Or they could potentially go through it.
yeah. So now it's resonating, they connecting, and it's like it's different, bro. That shit just it's just different. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
yeah, W video. Hopefully
Right.
niggas walk away, with a different perspective on writing in general. But as
Facts.
far as like working on the next project, like don't even chase the past. Like, bro, it's 2025. We in a whole new bag. Ain't nothing you can do. You feel me? There's no way to, in my eyes, there's no way to go back. Unless
Nah,
only way to go backwards is literally if you just stop caring and just put out bullshit, which
yeah.
I don't feel you would ever do. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah, you wouldn't hear that
so
from me.
exactly. So the only way to go backwards to me is if you stop caring about the craft. So as long as you care about the craft, you gonna be good. Whatever you put out is gonna it's gonna be good. You feel me? And
But
that's just the point where I'm at now too. It's just like I'm writing, I'm pushing myself when I write too. Like, man, like I just wanna, exercise my abilities as much as I can, because just writing and rapping, just doing it makes you better. You feel me? So
Yeah.
even if you write some shit that you feel is trash, like get that shit out the way. That shit gonna it's gonna lead to some good shit. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
sometimes you just gotta write, and you know I'd be lying if I said I liked everything I write. There's verses probably in my phone right now that I haven't used, or I got little lines and shit that I write that in the moment that shit might have sounded hard, but now I go back and I like
Facts.
fuck with it, and I'll be like, this shit kind of weak though. So yeah, that's really just how it is though. But hey, man, shout out that nigga Kang Apollo, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to what's the name of the channel now? Taste of Goldie.
Taste the Goldie.
Yeah, go subscribe to Taste of Goldie, bro. I'm gonna make sure this nigga stay on his shit and get some bangers out for y'all niggas.
Coming back.
But yeah, new music coming, all that stuff. We in a different bag this year, and yeah, man, let's go crazy, man. Till next time, man. I catch y'all.